Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader and one of the coaches at TradeView Markets, and we're going to sign into TradeGATEHub in a second, but it is the first of the month, June 1st. So we had a run up into some window dressing at the end of the month, if you will. And like I talked about on yesterday's video with Coach, just to be determined if, we make a higher low, or as I've been posting on TradeGATEHub, if it's a double bottom, or it's still yet to be determined. There's still plenty of places to hide, as we've been saying. There's been the common theme. It's just today they're hiding into, depending on what you're trading, into just different sectors. I mean, I'll get back to my screen in a second of what I'm talking about. This is where we sit right now, but I'll sign into TradeGATEHub. This is how I cited. Pardon. I log in the same just as everybody else. I apologize. I'm gonna have to get a new a wardrobe allowance here. I'm in second, third rotations here now, but I'm being facetious. Let me sign in, log into TradeGATEHub. Okay. Now, we were off on market was closed on Monday, so the red YouTube button right there is what happened on yesterday, which was the first day of the week. And I want everybody to go back and at least play that video, or go and look at that other data, because like I say all the time, it's the most amount of data that I put out during the week. And good morning, Coach. And I want it to be dynamic, a learning process. It's not just like, excuse me, turned on the computer one day and it's like, boom, let's just start from here. It's not like that. It's a rolling, it's almost like the mail. It's some mail comes every day. You might get a bill, you might get some catalogs, but the mail's coming. And it's a dynamic rolling process. It's unless you want to become an algo or anything like that, which is, I've yet to see somebody that just can come in the office and press a button and make money every day. So until that's done, if someone finds it, let me know. But until then, this is our plan, and this is what we're sticking to. This is what got us here. Okay. The predominant theme, and I pointed it out yesterday, whether you're an active day trader, a swing trader, a long-term position trader, I apologize. This is predominantly, I believe, holds true for everybody. Been up a while, man. Okay, bear with me. And this is what Mark said yesterday. We had a handful of positions long, and so do we in trade, in the long-term account, including active as well. And they're all doing nicely. Some of them are doing well, add to some winners, and not just don't add to winners, because the rotation is more evident than just adding to a winner. I don't know if you want to add the Chevron here. You have to be aware where Chevron's been, and maybe where it's going, either short or long-term. So we expected a rally. Right now, I don't believe there's enough evidence, like you said, the signal an all clear signal. But I want to take that one step further. And if you want to call this, maybe a swing trade idea, call it what you will. And this is the reason why. All right, long to short-term sentiment, we're down 250 on the Dow futures at break, holding that 40.95 level, by the way, which is one of our important levels. So we're right about here. Stock picking. I'll go to the screen in a second. Credit default swaps. Now, this is another point where I wanted to make in this. Do your own research with this in the CTA position tracker. They're most underweight, the S&P, and sometimes correlate. This is the S&P, and this is how they, where they're positioned. Same with the NASDAQ. So they're underweight, if not short, but there is a lot of insider buying, and I'm not biased. I'm mixed. Everybody knows there's always a problem for me. The market's up 1,000. I got a short. It's an issue, but that's okay. That's why we don't get blown out. And I'm not even knocking on wood. Yesterday's range of volume, but I wanted to go back to something else and prove the point that I just made. And bear with me. And I might have to go to yesterday's data, and I will. Chewy has earnings tonight, by the way. Lithium, they're taking down all the lithium stocks. That ALB was one of that ALB. Let me tell you what I'm talking about, this ALB. You just can't be buying anything blindly. ALB was one of our biggest winners, and actually still is. This is a weekly. $24. Now I had this lithium battery play at 237. About 3 days later it was 240. I'm actually still up in the position. Now it came back. There's a battery plane came back in with a lot of volume. Same with LAC. And same with this LTHM, which by the way, I'm along 1,000. I'm going to be along 1,000, still holding up above all the moving averages. The stock has a 2-day range from 34 to 37, 27. All right. So a 7-point range on, 3, 4, 5 million I'm involved in. You know what I mean? I might sell it. I might buy. I don't know. It depends on it. It's all about the close, as I said, but these are the stocks that I'm looking at right now. And when I post that ALB, I'll go back to the original screen. Apologize. Okay. Short-term sentiment. Okay. This was the point here. Everybody and literally everyone is calling for the current rally. It's just a bear market rally. Okay. Even go the point what I was making before, go to the YouTube button. Yesterday's video with Coach and I, everybody's hearing. All right, everybody's hearing, which means it's probably not going to happen. But these are pretty sharp people who have been wrong and right in the past. So really, what's the difference in listening to them? All I want to do is get a frame of reference and make my own decisions and my own moves. But I'll go back to the Jesus flow here. Everyone's literally calling for a current rally, just a bear, this is just a bear market rally. And this does increase the odds of showing up buyers showing up on dips. If everybody's in, and this is the reason why I believe it, why it has some credence with me. It's not just one person's opinion. It's a compilation of high level opinions or data that I use. And let me go back to why this is the proverbial nail in the coffin on why I think it may not happen to October. And this is it right here. Helene, this was yesterday, cash and more cash. Everybody's in current market exposure, 100% cash. The Goldman position indicator, they're sitting in tons of cash. They're just piling on cash and more cash, ton of cash on the sidelines. And I think I'm not going to search too long, but it had to do with the retail investor and how the retail investor is basically not even in existence. So let the pros get in. Let the retailers investor chase, but right now, only a couple of pros, myself being included, and just like Mark here, are saying, and it's okay that we added to a handful of positions back on the fear. It was 8. The fear, was everything was blown out to a degree. I'll get the charts in a second. So, it even goes to 200-year cliche, but buy low, sell high, and we, go to the YouTube, but the red button again to see what I bought yesterday. I'm not going to waste any time with that. They were best of breeds all across the board, and they should be. When nobody's going to be looking to buy a $2 cheap stock when you could have the same quality of Intel or something like, I'm not saying Intel, if it's on sale, and that's why you don't see those low floaters go anymore. Let me get into something. As I said before, the retail trader is really non-existent at this point. So it usually goes with the pros. Usually happens with the retailer capitulating and just selling everything, and then the pros dipping their toe in, and then CTAs and hedge funds, which, by the way, here are hedge funds. Weekly advisor sentiment. So they're still underinvested. Just correlate anything with the chart here. When they're underfunded, boom. Underfunded, boom. Underfunded. The market did rally a little bit. You'd like to see it go up a little bit more. It still holds true. What else did I have to say? And then started buying. Listen, they were always early. I get it. Sometimes they're wrong, and they've never been more wrong in this last year that I would say before, including the Assan guy who's got a margin call for $1 billion. It took the guy company 20 years to build it, and he lost it in about a year. Incredible. All right, keep in mind here. Chart suggests it's going to be a very nice summer. Jim Cramer. He's been cold, but you know what? A guy of that level, it doesn't stay cold for long. I'm not going to say this call is going to be his turnaround call. It's a frame of reference. Take that with a few will. Sava had a big range yesterday. I don't care if you have an opinion on the economy, rates, or what Jim Cramer is doing. You don't have to. You just have to look at what was at the most active list yesterday. And Sava had a range from 26. It might not look a lot on the chart, but had a $10 range. Let's look at a 2-day chart on Sava. All right. So the stock yesterday was 26, hit a high at 27. All right. Good price action, good range, good volume. Today, all right. 31.50. So this has a $3 range on good volume. So you know what? Just another thing we post. If you don't want to really put money away or want to pull a swing trade, these are what we do here. And if I post these for a reason, it's because I started out as a day trader and yeah, I got you, coach. I saw them. I follow them. You know what I mean? I don't, it's like all these things. I don't forget where I came from, and I don't. Started out as a day trader, man, making quarters and eights. That's why I post this. Yesterday's mover with large range and volume. Okay, Husa. What's Husa doing today? Husa had good range and long volume today. The stock is right now down 25%. All right. BKSY came in at UL, KC, Billy, China stocks. What was on the low? I mean, he's had, a stock that normally averages 58 million shares. It does 68 million. I posted a stock that's down 24%, even though it's cheap. Goldfields, that was coach's call, that normally does 8 million shares, that did 65 yesterday. Something's up. And it doesn't mean you have to say punch up Goldfields, but if it's a Goldfield stock that's trading 8 times volume with a 24% range, look at the other gold stocks. You know what I mean? Fitch. So that's what I'm saying. I never forget where it came from. Active trader, insider buying. My point was suggesting that for long term, I took a little bit off this morning, but I'm looking to be more aggressive to buy pullbacks than I am to sell rallies at this point. That's at this point. You know what I mean? I have a cushion, but some things move too far too fast, and this gives you an indication right here. I said this morning, getting from where I follow, not bad, Lewis. GFS was good. You have to go back to the YouTube videos, or else go back to what we're saying. This is the thing I said here. We way overbought now, and that was what, an hour ago. And we were way overbought, and this is what the spies did. Oh man, they're breaking low now. Okay, that was an hour ago. What was an hour ago? It's 11:15, 10:15. I posted we're way overbought. We were, and then I posted. I didn't really execute trades. I took some trades off. It's not like I shorted aggressively. I flipped everything. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to manage some things, but we're a little bit overbought. And let me just get back to this point. UVXY calls are hitting too. Once again, an hour ago. UVXY. It doesn't mean I'm going into the UVXY. You know, I don't trade it. I use it as a gauge. Where are we? And this is what UVXY did. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Let's look at the VIX at the very least. All right, an hour ago. So the VIX went from 2250 to 2270. You know, it's a no play for me, still, but we're a little overbought. And those were some of the parameters that I used to know that, including the CPC we talked about. Took off some apps, focus, Lewis, right on the money. Great ideas. Any other questions? Let's go to my, you know what? Let's go to our stock, our TradeGATEHub stock page. Because you know what? That's really all we need. Stocks. Let's go more right before I changed over, the futures were breaking low. So let's look at top US gainers. What's strong in the sell-off? TNXP, LOV, ATNF. I like it. Had news. RGC. Interesting one. That RGC is a thin mover. I don't want to be wrong on that one, but look, that thing moves. Look at RGC. And that thing moves. Yeah, I'll show you RGC. It's a thin stock, but I wouldn't buy it here. But it does move when you're on the right side of it. See this? Boom, 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 boom. But it's a thin stock. You're wrong, you get stuck in it. Then you know what I mean? Then you're missing all the good stocks. CMAX, let's look at breaking low as the futures are breaking low. Top US losers. Percentage change on the low. Okay, Jan, apps. Breaking low? No, Redbox, FUV, AFRM, they gave it back. LTHM. See, that's on the low list, but I'm in it now. 2752. It just went broke low. You know what I have? There's my bid. Hold on a second. I'm gonna buy some LTHM. I already have 1,000 shares from 2790. It's 2750. I have more to buy at 2739. Now, why is that? Why do I pick that price? Because I go here. Let's look at a week. Let's look at 2 weeks. Why do I pick that price? I have to have an answer. And this is the answer. Right, going back here. It's still above, you know what? It's probably not the best. 27.50. I might even lower it. Let's look at LTHM. It's obviously going to get here. 1 month. Maybe I will change it to this gap. Hold on, let me clear all lines. This gap here. Maybe I won't even buy it. Maybe I'll only stick with 1,000 shares. Why am I married to it? Because there's a good range and good volume. That's why. Hold on a second. New share. Let's go to what the wise guys are doing. Levy, halted due to news pending. Levi's. Levi's is halted. Well, look what Levi's did. That was one of my picks this year, too. I'm not buying the argument right there. Is too much negativity. Coach might be right. You know, I mean, Rev might be right. There is a lot of negativity, but you know what? Screw it. That's an opinion. ALB, the stock is traded down to 21. This is our ALB, Marty. Marty's a friend of mine. He follows me. I did buy some LTHM. All right, no problem. So ALB, what does this guy say about ALB? Because we're still in it. The stock is, hold on. Am I on the share page? No, I'm not. All right, ALB 5 minutes ago. The stock is traded down to its 21-day and clashing with that level. Will it hold? All right. So this is ALB, and this is the line in the sand on what Marty thinks. And by the way, I follow Marty. You know, I don't follow a lot of people, but right now this is the 20. Man, look at $25. I was a hero 2 days ago. It was 280, but it's on the 21-day now. It's actually below the 21-day now. The 21-day is what? Right here in the yellow, right? The 21-day is this white one, 235.44. So it's right there. So ALB, line in the sand. And that's why it's also a lithium stock. So I'll also go to my LTHM, which I think I just bought a little bit more of. LTHM. We're in. All right, I just bought another 400 shares. All right, some volumes coming in though, which is I like. So it might be a short-term bottom. But you know what? If it goes lower, I'm not going to buy more because I'm usually right on these type of timing things. 27.12 is the last one I'm going to buy 200 shares for. 27.12 was the market. Well, Chewy, apps, BRCC. So let's go to my levels because you know what? I'm being selfish on a 200 share trade when I should be going on what our levels are on TGH trading room. What's our plan and what's our levels? We broke the 40.90. We broke the 40.95. Hold on, please. Our levels. Where's our levels today? All right. Here's our levels. Our levels are 41.90. All right. 40.95 fails, then 40.35. So we failed on 40.95. I don't like the word failing. I failed on 40.95. Here's my chart. What I'm looking at now. Let's go to a week. 40. Let's go to a month, actually. We made a good move off the low. 40.35. I know, Lewis. I'm well aware. Hold on. Let me remove all trends line. 49. Oh, here we are. First of all, there we are. Right here. And that's why that 40.95 was supposed to hold. Here's a gap here. See this? Hold on. Gap, gap, and there's a gap. So this is what we need to hold here. Again, you call 40.85, 40, right here is this level. Okay, so if not, then we go back to what was 30, 40, 35. 40, 35 is that gap around here, right here. There's 40, 35 because there's a gap. So it's 40.85 with the 435. And next, the plan is what? Then 39.85. I'm sure it's right here. I don't even have to look. That's the other gap. It's all about the gaps. Hold on a second. Let me blow up to my screen a little bit. If I can. Let me go to 2 weeks. All right. So this is the level here. I guess now it's 40.85. Next level, 40.35, and then this gap right here. So those are the three. Here we go. Those are the three numbers. And as we approach 11:25, now people are getting back, if you will. Today's Wednesday. Monday we were closed. It was Memorial Day. Tuesday was a slow day. Never short a dull mark, and now people are back, and it's 11:30 a.m. So let's see what's up here. So I wouldn't get too aggressive. Let me see what the wise guys are doing here. Okay. Sometimes the best trade is no trade. I don't want to be boring. So let's look at some quick throats here. As you can obviously see, nice times put selling. Feds William, he's speaking, this guy. Typical. But let's just put some put call ratio to start the curl higher. So people are getting bearish again. That's good. CF, Moss bearish. Nothing going on out there flow wise. Order flow too erratic and mixed for any gauge on momentum. Intraday sentiment is no land and will be any of assistance. So it's 11:30 a.m. It took some money off. Took some money out of the market. Regroup. I'll see you back after lunch. I have a plan. I'll have some ideas written down to share. I hope you will too. So enjoy the rest of the afternoon. I'll see you a little bit later. Cheers. Thank you.